acceptance of reality, which I referred to at the beginning, ultimately must be the acceptance of oneself. The acceptance of reality, as Marcus Garvey recognized and projected, ultimately must mean the acceptance of our Africanicity, the acceptance of the fact that we are an African people. That seems a bit simple when we state it, and it seems a bit obvious. However, when you engage in psychotherapy, we recognize that sometimes you have the patient who comes into the office who is intellectually aware.
Do you have old pictures on your PC or smart?
And can quite often lecture the therapist in terms of theoretical ideas and the theoretical ground for his therapeutic work, but who has not recognized and not confronted himself emotionally, who is not really in his heart accepted what he knows. So what I'm saying here, while we may recognize superficially and intellectually that it is important that we accept the reality of our Africanicity, we must recognize deeply in our hearts, in the very bottoms of our psyches, our Africanicity. To a good extent, a lot of the pathology of the African people today is this vain hope that somehow we will be able to escape our African heritage, that somehow the white man will become colorblind and will not see us for who and what we are, that somehow we will be looked upon as some kind of abstraction, as just a man, not as an African man, not as a black man, but as a man, as a human being only, without culture, without recognition, without identity. And too many of us want to shed our Africanicity for this kind of bogus, abstract existence, which is no existence at all, which is the ultimate acceptance of invisibility. We must recognize that we are an African people and we will be an African people to the end of time, and we must accept all that goes with that.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. And shouts out to Rum in the Bush Consider in the building. I appreciate you for coming through, you know. And y'all, and I know y'all noticed that, you know, of course I haven't been on here because, you know, I got different things going on in my life and stuff like that. And also trying to finish a project so we can get back to the Black History stuff on so we can get back to the Black History stuff on Sunday. So I'm trying to wrap all that stuff up, you know. But, you know, they wanted, you know, my energy back. So, you know what? I'm back because I want to come on here and say this, you know. Like, really, I don't know what problem that you have, what most people have with me and Consider and the stuff that we be saying, you know what I'm saying? And if you have a problem, you are welcome to come on there when we be on there, you know. And what's up, my brother Icon Fire? And the thing is, you know, the reason why is because my sister Consider, and the thing, like, nobody agrees 100%. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I say that Consider don't agree with, you know what I'm saying? But what we do recognize is that we have a love for Black people and stuff like that. And I get people get mad at sometimes I say, because maybe I can say stuff a little bit more kinder, and all of that, you know, and see, I try to tell them, because I'm trying to get away and do things. What's going on, Matron? Shouts out to Matron in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Matron. She's gonna be live tomorrow at like 7. So make sure y'all subscribe to that. And I don't know if this is the one that you want to come on, Matron, but I just had to say this because I don't understand why people have such a problem, right? And I love like Cassidra's confidence because she really don't care at all. You know, she's like, I don't care. And I, like I said, I've been trying to get away from like all this trolling stuff because I can't help it. Like I love trolling the troll. I like when people, I love that kind of stuff. But I'm like, no, let me try to focus and talk about something that is helpful and keep it more positive. And you know, I've been ignoring it for like, you know, a long time. But I, like I said, I get why people may feel like that with me because I say stuff. I could say stuff more kinder and not say it in a mean way or a way that'll be that I know is offensive to you. You know, but like even like, but and even with like, you know, one brother, I can like not even tripping off what they say because they haven't been around, you know, so I can understand that. But you know, even like yo, my other brother, like, like why would he even like be putting words in her mouth that he know that she would never say? Like it doesn't believe it. Like you know her longer than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And listen, and my only thing would be like the personal stuff, like when you be saying like dumbass and all of this stuff, because I be biting my tongue so much on here, and like I wish I want to say, but I'm not gonna be on YouTube like making a fool, like well, just saying all the stuff that they want us to say. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a minute, you know. But to even say what this sister is doing, because she's doing so much stuff, is crazy. Like she's doing more than anybody that I know, like regardless of it, you know. And when she says she's out of here, she's really out of here. She got like properties and like really about to be out and still looking to make moves. I just don't want to put it out there. Like, you know, it's some stuff you shouldn't even put on here, you know. But even that, like, you know, my brother was a part. It was only me and Considerate and my other brother on there, you know what I'm saying? And she still went along with the black, trying to get black men to get to schools. This is a woman, a sister trying to help with get black men into schools, you know what I'm saying? And she went along with it and still trying to find ways to do it, you know. And I know I find hard to like try to encourage, and I don't got no children or whatever in school, so listen, I was gonna say a lot more stuff on here, but like my thing is I don't understand, you know, what the issue, especially after months, and I'll be like ignoring it, like, okay, people can say what they want to say. And that's why I'm like, I can respect Cassandra and everything that she's saying, you know. But it's like brothers even go after this sister, like, you know, because like before this, like people ain't really have a problem with Cassandra. They know what she be saying is real, but for some reason, when she be on here, people got a problem, like, you know, with me and her, maybe me and my corruption, and then they try to go at her and like for her beliefs or whatever it is, you know. But you can't exaggerate it, you know what I'm saying, and like make up whatever points you want, you know. That's why I'm like, yo, I wouldn't even been on here because I got other stuff going on, like where I'm not even paying attention. And honestly, I don't listen to a lot of stuff, so I don't remember it. I don't want to remember it and keep it in my head and like remember all that stuff. But like that's the thing, like we've anyway. You know what? I'm probably already said too much because I was gonna say a lot more, and I probably shouldn't have even did that, you know. But I've been trying to be better on some not trolling and stuff like that, you know. Or it's not even trolling because it's the truth, but it's the way that you don't want to hear it, you know. Anyway, you know what? So instead of doing that, oh, stop, let me stop. I want to show y'all some, and I know people probably gonna come in later on this, and I'll give y'all the opportunity to say what y'all want to say. But this is what I'll say, like, and So I'd be like, yo, I'm not gonna debate other black people on YouTube or get into like all of. Now, I will say this though, we can like do some kind of debate thing, and then like, well, we can pick a neutral location or something where we can all meet up and do it in person, or we could do it on like a call or whatever, just not on here. But then after that, you know, we talk about something productive, like how are we gonna like build some stuff in like a group setting. You know what I'm saying? What can we do to like do something positive, you know what I'm saying, after that. That's why I'd be like, I'd rather for it to be in person, you know. Or I will debate like a good white dude, you know, but I'm not gonna be on here to tear down any black people, you know. Yeah, I don't know why they, and then specifically like they come on with Considera, like talking about Considera. So it's like, and I don't even tell her half. She don't even know half of the stuff is even going on because she's just doing her own thing. Like that's why I'm saying I love her confidence as far as it goes, because I'd be wanting to say some stuff sometimes, but I'd be like, all right, let me chill. And even like she said, like, yo, don't even worry about it. But that's what I'm saying. I love that kind of stuff, though. And I'm trying to get away from it because it's toxic behavior. And that's why we've been trying to talk about breaking generational curses. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to break generational curses, like for real. Like, I don't want to get to that point, you know? I don't. But of course, you can't blame. It's almost like y'all blaming us for something. Because I remember having a conversation right with my brother. He always like, black people is gonna be break. He's like, man, they'll probably bring back slavery and black people will go. And I'm like, nah, I don't think they'll go, but it might take that for black people for that to happen. He's like, oh well, I won't have nothing to do with it. But it's surprising, like the people that you know, like talk tough but get like scared when it go down, like you know, they start getting scared or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And talking about like going back to the 60s, I'll debate about it because like that's my world, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I've been talking about for like 10 years on here, you know, and I'm trying to get into something better, you know, and then like to wait like months later and to come back with something from like that, just take the L, you something that you lost already, right? We should be celebrating. But anyway, let me get to this. And consider maybe we should talk about this one before. This was I just seen this one, but they got new information on it. But this happened like 20 some years, like with a young girl, like a little child, young black girl was disappeared and they covered up her murder. Maybe we could talk about this on Wednesday.
All right, Chris, thanks. This morning, we're finally getting some answers in the disappearance of Aisha Degree. For the first time, investigators are now saying she was likely killed and that her body was hidden.
Now, we've had an entire team of people literally going through these hundreds of pages of search warrants to get those information and that in detail. And WCNC Charlotte's Destiny Richards is now in studio this morning to break down what we have learned so far. Destiny, good morning.
Good morning. The search warrant documents confirm something that was unknown for decades. Aisha Degree's death was a homicide and her body was hidden. They also revealed that DNA was discovered on a t-shirt and backpack that belonged to Aisha, and it matched to two people. Those two people are Russell Underhill and Annalee Dedman. Underhill lived at a facility owned by the Dedman family before his death in 2004. Annalee Dedman is the youngest daughter of Roy and Connie Dedman. She was 13 at the time of Aisha's disappearance. And because of her age, investigators believe her parents, quote, would have been necessary in the execution and or concealment of the crime. The link is what prompted investigators to search the Dedmans' properties last week. And right now, the Dedmans are the only persons.
So they waited until so they found his information in 2001, but didn't like start really investigating until like last week or last month or something like that. And the dude that did it probably died in like 2004 or something.
Named as suspects in Aisha's disappearance.
Get into it more.
This comes days after Roy Dedman's attorney, David Teddy, told us he believes the investigation would reveal a now dead individual is responsible for what happened to Aisha.
Because of the rampant conjecture and speculation, I think there will also be information in that search warrant that sadly will link a person to the
Yeah.
circumstances of Aisha's disappearance that is no longer living.
Teddy did not elaborate on why he thought
Talking
that.
about no longer living, and like this is a whole thing about it. That's why we can get into it, consider. And also this, when he's speaking about the look at all these good white people here. That's a good question.
Maybe he does, but listen to him right
God
here.
said, if you want proof that white people don't view us the same, just have a baby by one of their people, their children or whatever, and then see how they treat you after they all break up. But it don't even got to be after y'all break up. So when I first found out that my white baby mom was pregnant, I decided I was going to try to do the good thing and, make a relationship work. So she ended up moving like 2.5, 3 hours away from where I was living to go live closer to her family, which was in like Cumberland, Maryland. So I decided, okay, whatever. I'm going to go live up there to try to make something work with her. She was living in a apartment that her grandparents had owned. So I go up there, I'm staying with her, and I'm working at like this AT&T store, and she working as a massage therapist. So one day she go to work, and when I wake up, because I had slept in or whatever, I get up, I go in the kitchen to go make something to eat, and her uncle is literally sitting in the fucking kitchen at the at the dining room table, and I'm like, yo, what the f? So I'm sitting here like, yo, what's up with you? I'm like, what's going on? He was like, yeah, well, I came to let you know that the owner of this property no longer wants you staying here. Mind you, this was her mother's brother. We were staying in like her father.
Yeah, exactly, considering. But anyway, all right. So, all right, we getting into the topic, right? But I also want to show you this. So, this is a part of what we are. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a mom in Miami, right? Listen to what they did to her daughter.
Just one station with a pre-K teacher accused of crossing the line while trying to discipline a 5-year-old. The little girl's mother outraged. 7's Jessica Hawley is live in Northwest Miami-Dade with the exclusive. Jessica.
This teacher is accused of using tape to keep a little girl from talking in class. Now that teacher has been removed from the classroom.
It bothers me. That's my child.
Lationa Sterling is angry.
Like you try to shut her up.
Over what happened to her 5-year-old daughter Treasure at Laura Park Elementary School.
I heard about it from my daughter.
Natasha Clay is Treasure's godmother and says her daughter Janiyah watched it happen while in their pre-kindergarten classroom. Janiyah later told her mom what she saw.
We were sitting at home on Friday night watching TV. She looked over there to me and she was like, Mom, Miss Nunez put tape over Treasure's mouth.
Miss Nunez, by the way, put tape over this little black girl's mouth, right, to discipline her, to make her stop talking over a 5-year-old.
And Treasure
one of y'all
saying,
friends.
She tore the tape and she put it over her mouth.
She did it, the parents say, to discipline and quiet the child.
The teacher put tape over her cousin's mouth and she witnessed it.
And the mothers this week complained to the school and filed a report with Miami-Dade Schools Police.
I apologize 1,000 times. It won't happen again.
And that's some of what they tell us the text message said they received from the teacher.
Nor will I play with them again this way, but it's because they asked for it.
Apology not accepted. The moms say they plan to withdraw the girls from the school.
Abuse have been done to my goddaughter that was very abusive for anybody to place tape over her mouth.
Other parents at the school Wednesday aren't happy either.
It's very scary for the child.
Right, wrap her up.
Who wants that to happen? No one wants that to happen.
According to Miami-Dade County Public Schools officials, they tell us the employee has been reassigned from the classroom pending the outcome of the investigation into these allegations.
It's also now they're going to take them out, you know. It ain't because of DEI, by the way. It's because Miss Nunez, Miss Rodriguez putting tape on their mouth. All right, so I'm gonna get to the point, all right, because this is, I guess, what they want to hear. So let's talk about it, right? Because I'm like, damn, they won't take the L. They should be celebrating. I'm not sure what's going. Marcus Garvey would be turning over in this grave right now if he heard some. I'm like, is this white? I ain't gonna say that. But he'd be turning over in his grave if he heard some of the nonsense black folk, Negroes, considering. I was listening to y'all to the live earlier you was on. It was like he'll be turning over in his grave listening to you Negroes. But anyway, this brother here, now he got an interesting channel. And now if he was serious, it'd be kind of good. But he'd go around to different businesses and read to them the complaints and stuff like that, you know. And it'd be cool if he was like more serious, but he'd be making it a joke though, you know. And because, you know, black people, we always making everything a joke. But you know, he'd be going around calling these companies out on their racism and stuff like that. But the problem is he make it a joke, you know. So he went up to
and we rolling
the White House or whatever.
Capital, Washington, D.C.
I go by the name of Agent Ratliff with Occupational Cares Diversity Affairs ID number 33712. And I'm taking my rightful place right now as the leader and the voice of the black community. Well, excuse me, employed black people and retired. Your ass ain't got a job, this ain't for you. Now I got some issues I want to address, and we about to address them right now. Nobody should have to work 40 hours a week just to pay rent. Y'all need to
see. He joking, but that's a fact. Like, that's a fact. You know, they shouldn't be taking our tax money. See, this is the next stage in the evolution where we should be pissed off, like really pissed. We're paying tribute to them. Like, we literally paying tribute to them. Like, they should not be touching our tax money, yo. And if we ever rise, that should be the first, like, not even that. Well, if you rise up, it should be more than that. But you know what I'm saying? If you talk to them about any kind of thing, that's the first thing, is not paying taxes. The first thing, though. I'm not saying the only thing. Right?
dumb it down to 10, or we ain't got to work these bullshit ass jobs in America. This is family friendly.
You know why you gotta? Because that's what keeps this industry going. Like the Corporation of America is like is a corporation, is a LLC, is a business, you know, and they have to keep you. Well, you have enough where you can get something to eat, even though it's not good food, but where you can get to work every day and you have enough energy to work 8 to 12 hours a day, and they'll give you 2 or 3 days off in a week, but not enough to where you can enjoy life or escape the quote unquote rat race, you know. And I mean, I did this because I used to think like, yo, we don't have to talk about the basics, but you really do, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just simple quotes like, yo, American dream is black people's nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to go to first grade, not kindergarten. I thought I'm not at like 5th grade or nothing like that. I was trying to stay at first grade, but apparently we need preschool classes.
We want Elon Musk to keep his badass child out the White House. Little nigga can't sit still. They say he run around and he farting in all the rooms and they know it's him.
All right, see, he's saying stupid.
Efficiency, Dodge is what they call. Hold on. We want the Department of Government Efficiency, Dodge is what they call it. We want them, all these companies that they auditing for money, we want them to start dispersing that into the black communities. I already set up a child account. All we asking for is $2 trillion. Only $2 trillion. And
Right. So, and by the way, if I wanted to say something positive about Martin Luther King, he said, "Cut the check." He talked about reparations. Right now, do you agree with that? All right, or is it only the stuff that you agree with? But you want to talk about that, all right? And that's the thing.
Already set up a time account.
Oh, bad.
Government efficiency. Dodge is farting in all the rooms. Yeah, time out. Hold on. We want the Department of Government Efficiency. Dodge is what they call it. We want them, all these companies that they auditing for money, we want them to start dispersing that into the black communities. I already set up a chime account. All we asking for is $2 trillion. Only $2 trillion. And I'm gonna disperse the money. Now, when it comes to President Trump, I want to say you've been making some good decisions.
All right, see now, and the thing about it is, right? See, black men especially, we gotta be like some buffoons in order to try to come off as less threatening as possible. You know what I'm saying? You can't even do something like this like serious. We gotta look like buffoons, And this is not like but I'm because I'm starting to understand why. It's a fear thing, A lot of men, especially because of that's what consequences does. Like when people violate and then they know like, oh, if I do this I could get killed, like I ain't gonna be no black leader. Look what happened to Malcolm X, but it works the same way in reverse, you know what I'm saying? But we as a people are definitely not there yet. So in order to protect ourselves, we lash out at each other or we do buffoonish stuff like this, you know what I'm saying, instead of approaching it on a serious tip, So let's
unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat.
Sermon, and then I'm gonna.
I feel bad, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so consider this is how they want us to feel, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to reason with them. They want us to be scared and feel bad for the people of color and all the white bitches getting fired. They don't want us to be like, hey, only black people. So y'all was like cool and comfortable. That's what's scary to me, that how comfortable y'all are when it's only happening to black people. But as long as people PLC is taken care of, we're just fine. And it's a self-hatred thing. It's really self-hatred. So what I look like coming at you for your self-hatred? Like, I'm trying to heal myself, But this is what I'll say to that.
And I ain't even mad. I feel bad. For the brown people who thought they were better than black people, who are now facing deportation. I feel bad for the white women who didn't realize they were the real DEI hires and were gonna lose their job. I feel bad for Columbia and Emory and Johns Hopkins losing $300, $400, and $800 million, but HBCUs ain't never had that kind of money. I feel bad.
Well, I thought they gave the most they've ever gotten. Yeah, well, it's the least out of anybody, bro. Like, you can't use stuff that we already talked about and then try to reverse it. Like, that's the thing. Like, me and Consider energy ain't never changed. It's only like your energy that's changed. Like, that's the crazy part. It's not even our energy that changed. It's yours. I said when the sister, I feel bad for the sister who got fired from Harvard or Yale, whatever it was, when the whole thing was happening with the shysters and stuff. But you know what? Good. Maybe you should go teach at the HBCU, right? That's what they use. That's what like, oh yeah, you should be going to a HBCU. I don't feel bad for them. You should have got kicked out. And now that they're getting kicked out, they like, oh, this is wrong. Like, yo, it is wrong, but good. They should. I still got that same energy where good. That's why I ain't talk about like that lady from Yale or Harvard or whatever it was, because I'm like kind of like good, like good. it's good unless you just want to be comfortable. You're African American.
Had that kind of money. I feel bad for the Tesla dealerships that got to close because they lost $900 billion since December because they forgot it ain't electricity, it's people that power this nation. I feel bad for them. A little bit.
And you know what? Not even a little bit. I don't feel bad. You know what? It ain't even working where I'm at. I'm like, I know some fools that got to get up out of here, you know.
Until I remember the words of that black sister with cornrows. Until you do right by me, nothing you do is gonna work. I tried to feel bad.
The Most High won't let me feel bad. Still work of the Most High. So I don't feel bad a little bit. Because until you do right by me, then you're going to get what you got coming.
Cornrows. Until you do right by me, nothing you do is gonna work. I tried to feel bad.
All right. So he is a preacher, but he was preaching right there. He was preaching there. All right, so because I want to do this, because contrary to belief, because this would be the amazing thing, because I remember it happened in 2016, 2020. They was like, well, I don't know if I had it in 2016. I think I just started it. I can't remember. But I remember every time it was like the other side would come at you and be like, oh, you're defending one side, when it literally be them. It's like they're holding up a mirror and pointing at you and saying, hey, you're wrong. You're not pro-black for supporting this non-black organization who's done centuries of harm to your communities. You know what I'm saying? And who I know is evil as hell too, but I don't know. Yeah, I know, Cassandra. I know. See, but we're going to talk about, right? Because I saw my brother Koku play this. Look at these Negroes.
I'm praying that there be an anointing over this video. And I'm calling all pastors, evangelists, leaders, family members. I'm calling everybody that can pray to pray for.
Look at these Negroes. What is he holding? What are they doing? To pray for Elon Musk? Do I, you know what? What? Why would you pray for this? Well, unless you, you know, and I ain't gonna say that either.
Elon Musk, we bind up demonic strongholds that's trying to entrap him in the name of Jesus. I bind up the spirit of destruction in Jesus' name. We are praying today that it will not happen. Everything that they plan against Elon Musk, we dismantle.
Hallelujah.
Lord, uproot the evil mind.
Listen, I'll tell you what. If it was not for slavery, I would still be in Africa praying to a tree. And shit, I probably wish I was looking at these Negroes here. Hey, that brother might have been right. We might have accepted the Negro name here. Oh, man.
This nation, Elon, we're standing together with you. We're standing in the gap. We're praying for you in the name of Jesus. We cancel every attack from the enemy. Come on, everybody, if you're home, reach your hand. And pray with us.
Shouts out to Coco in the building. I appreciate you, Coco, putting me onto this show. Oh, man.
Today, we come against the assignment of the enemy.
Oh, yeah. Y'all subscribe to Bitter Medicine Podcast, you know, every Saturday night at 8 o'clock or East Coast time. Make sure y'all subscribe and listen to my brother. It's great conversations every time. Shots out for this video.
Lord, save me, Lord. Lord, encourage him, oh God. Give him the strength he needs. And also our President Donald J. Trump.
Oh,
Lord,
Lord.
we need you this morning. You've been in this house, oh God. You've been with us doing praise and worship. You've been with us in prayer this morning. Lord, work a work, oh God. Oh God, in the name of
Yo, what's going on, Raw? Matron said they worship in America, the white man. They so lost. Yeah. And you know the thing is though, like black people, we are so good and creative. I listen to like upbeat church music to like be hype in the morning. Like, you know, that they be like jamming at church, you know, but like it'd be a lot of this craziness going on. I don't know what the hell they be talking about, but they definitely be jamming, that's for sure. What in the world is going on?
Oh, Jesus, we calling the warriors across this nation that there'll be a miracle in the name of Jesus. And I bind up every assassin bullet in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Lord, save the ones in the name of Jesus that's trying to do him harm.
Yo, they didn't even get a new flag. I hope this was done. No, it couldn't have been 2024. They won't talk about Elon Musk. So they couldn't even get an updated flag. They got a 2024 flag.
Lord, save the ones in the name of Jesus that's trying to do him harm. But Lord, give him complete victory so that he can be a blessing to the taxpaying people of this nation. In the name
Mental
of Jesus.
illness is the correct term.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Come on, hallelujah.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, it's time to pray for Elon Musk. Lift up your voice. Come on, put on your armor. It's time to run.
Yo, how can I say something negative though? Because black people is mentally ill. We sick. We like mentally ill. Like Cassandra said, it's just a mental illness. And like that's why I'd be like, I'm not hard on the corner. This is why I'd be like, I'm not going to try to. Of course, like I said, I say stuff in certain types of ways. I guess it's designed to get under your skin and make you get active and to feel some type of energy to move and do something, you know. But in reality, this is why I don't like to say stuff to black people and argue with black people and like debate black people about nonsense that like, because if I can't say something like, yo, you know, Ida B. Wells to me was the greatest black leader there was so far, you know what I'm saying? And I disagree with her for trying to be a part of the white bitches march. That was by 1800. It was in the 1900s. By 1800, I can't give a pass no more. Like, what did she think was going to happen? If I can't criticize that and say something about that, then that shows a bias or some kind of thing that really is you got to work on to heal yourself. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you take everything personal, you know what I mean? But if we can't truly look at the state that we are in and examine how we got to this place, is no way that we can heal, right? And accept it's not our fault, but it is our responsibility. Like we talk about breaking generational curses. It's not your fault what happened to you as a child or whatever, but it's your responsibility to break your own personal curse. I don't like the word curse, but your own personal trauma. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Hallelujah.
Lace up your shoes.
Oh man. And you want to see something even worse than that, y'all? Speaking of black males, that was a quote unquote sister there. She's a sick sister, so she just needs mental. And this is why I'm like, yo, the only hope that we have is the children born tomorrow. Like, I'm almost, because I was at a point where maybe the children born tomorrow might be done too, you know, but the children born today is definitely done. But I still have that dirty word hope that the children that's born tomorrow still have an opportunity to not be poisoned. Well, I guess not, because they're gonna be, most of us are gonna be born in a hospital poisoned already. So never mind. We done, y'all. We late. So I'll just go to it. I'll just play it. Even our toughest brothers be getting scared when it go down. And then listen to this fool here.
I can say, snatch his phone and scratch him with what looks to be some pretty aggressive.
And he's trying to be
there.
Jasmine
like
Crockett.
Some real claws on you.
Child, Benny, first of all, Benny, okay, let me tell you something, okay? See, that reporter ran up on me, okay? Okay, and y'all, and first of all, I don't even like that introduction, okay? You didn't even mention that I was
Lord have mercy.
A lawyer, okay? I went to law school. See, when these white guests come on here, Benny, when these white folks come on here, see your little white self, yeah, you talk about their accomplishments, but you didn't even bring up mine, okay? See, this is how y'all do black people. This is how y'all do black people.
All right. That's enough. This is straight off of the minstrel show. Like he would have, you know, I don't know. We've had a conversation about, what was her name, Hattie McDaniels or whatever, and all of them people who got like the first awards, you know what I'm saying? And man, this is straight off of the plantation. So it's pretty hard to say anything about that one. But what I will say is, here you understand, right, that we don't separate any of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you separate them by. I don't care if you call it Filipino. I don't care if you call it rich. I don't care if you call it socialist. I don't care if you call it liberal. I don't care if you call it German. I don't care if you call it man. I don't care if you call it whatever. I don't separate them, because you understand there's a whole system. I don't care about their fights amongst each other unless I'm gonna exploit those fights. See, we try to play peacemaker in their fights. You know, they exploit our fights, make one side fight the other, and FBA is this and this side is this, and they actually paying people probably on both sides to keep it going. And then Negroes see something where black people is arguing and is going to jump on that right away and throw their damn own values away just because they agree with this one thing over here. But see, my like radar never goes off like about of one thing that is true about it is like somebody bears this fruit, or you could tell somebody by the fruit they bear, or however you say it, by their fruit. But because Matron, I'm glad you said it, because I didn't want to say it, because I intentionally didn't say nothing about her video, talk about her rap video and all of this stuff. And you notice I've never talked about her on this whole thing this whole time. And I could say some of the stuff that I'm glad you said it, Matron. That's all I'm saying. But even in that case, though, you know, this imbecile this is where I can draw the line at that. And I wish that y'all could understand that, you know, like, even though I agree with Matron about Jasmine Crockett, this still a buffoon here. And I know Matron agrees, not saying that, but I know Matron definitely agrees. This buffoon here imitating her is a crime in of itself. Disrespect of black is a crime, right? Punish it. And this, you know how you be scared of them. That's why you're acting so scared and you go at your own because you're so scared, even though you talk. It's because of the punishments, and it's, you know that if you do something, you're gonna have to pay for it. Yo, what's up, my brother Rashid? And see, we're gonna talk about both sides because we're not gonna act like this ain't just as bad here. What the hell is going on?
Resolution 189, the House has resolved that Representative Al Green be censured, that Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of
You know why I respect Matron and Cassidra, and you know, y'all, like, it's both sides. There is no good ones. I don't care if it's like Russian or I don't, like I said, call it what you want to. Just make sure you remember they got Neanderthal DNA inside of their veins. So you can go sleep over at their house if you want to. Go ahead. Go swimming with them. Go to the beach with them. Go ahead. If I was you, I'd take all the sunscreen lotion with me so they can't do nothing until they get it. But that's on you. But this is no different, right? If you can't say one side or the other, you know, the side I'm biased as Black people. Yeah, I'm biased to Black people. I'm on Black people's side. Y'all can try to come at me. And that's the thing. They do come at me because I am for Black people. You can, like, racist or Black supremacists is not a diss, as a thank you. Like, that's thank you. Like, stage one. Like, I'm glad you've recognized my work. You know, I'm only for Black people, and I only care about Black people, and the hell with everybody else.
Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure, and that Representative Al Green be censured with public reading of this resolution by the Speaker.
Lord have mercy. Oh, this is different. This is different because I don't know why it's different, but it is. It's different because it's Democrats, I guess. Lord.
The House has come to order. The House has come to order.
Well, they be busy raping and slaughtering they women, so. What up, Buana?
What's it? You want to let them keep doing this? Or
and the more people will be in here, the less they say it is.
The House has come to order. Clear the well, please. Clear the well. The House has to continue its business.
This is 1964. Well, according to some brothers, we better put some. Well, even though we respect every generation of Black people and the things they've done, we also need to update our information. Update your information. We have another 60-something years of information we can stand on, bro. Like, we can stand on their shoulders. We're not supposed to stand beside them. We're supposed to stand on their shoulders and get to a position to where the next generation can stand on our shoulders. We ain't supposed to be doing the same thing they did. And speaking of them, shouts out to Robert F. Williams, because, you know, they disagreed back then and they had Black people like Robert F. Williams, but no, we're not going to talk about him, right? We're going to hide him. It's the wrong time. But anyway, if y'all don't think this is the same, I don't know what to tell you.
Al Green be censured. That Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure, and that Representative Al Green be censured with public reading of this resolution by the Speaker.
Someday. Maybe. You know the irony about saying we shall overcome someday? You might not. Well, I think we will. I think we will. But not in the way you talking about. You never will in the way you're talking about. You can't reason with the psychopaths, man. Like, damn. Do you not know who your enemy is? Like, this is why you got to teach your children to love yourself so much that you they never accept any form of disrespect, and that'll take care of whatever it needs to be taken care of. All right, let me hurry up and finish this.
The House had come to order. The House had come to order.
Someday. So, speaking of this, did y'all see this, yo? So, of course, you had Chad and Visa. This is pretty bad, I guess. I don't like this.
Restrictions.
This is something you can use that I don't like. I'll find some information. I don't like this.
Now, as the Trump administration's feud with African nations intensifies, another policy is making headlines. The White House is considering a major expansion of travel restrictions, one that could affect millions across multiple continents. And Africa could be the hardest hit. Now, the proposed policy aims to tighten security and immigration controls, but it's already raising...
Is Bawana my brother? Is Koku my brother? Yeah, absolutely. They my brothers. Shouts out to y'all brothers. And my brother Anthony is my brother. They had forgotten it was the protests and the policy, the speeches and the guns. Martin and man, I'm giving you a standing ovation. Martin and Malcolm, like, you know, the stuff on the street helped the man. It was working hand in hand. Like, it was the protests and policy. It was the people in the streets and the people being fed up, and both. Yeah, they banning all of y'all. You ain't coming over here no time soon, Bawana.
Concerns about fairness and global relations. Which countries are on the list, and what could this mean for US-Africa ties? Our next report has all the details.
A new travel ban by the United States could soon take effect, one that would impact millions worldwide. The Trump administration is considering sweeping travel restrictions. And among the hardest hit regions is Africa, with 22 nations on the list. Reports indicate the US is weighing a major crackdown on travel from at least 41 countries, citing illegal immigration concerns and national security risks. If implemented, this policy could block or restrict visas for entire nations, making it much harder for people to visit, work, or study in the United States. The proposed travel ban divides countries into 3 categories, each with different levels of restrictions. The first division is the red category. This means no visas and no entry into the
Libya, Sudan, and Somalia. I'm not an expert in this area, y'all, so I'm not going to say
United
nothing.
States at all.
Y'all more experts
Libya,
than I
Somalia,
am.
and Sudan are on this list. Next comes the orange category. These countries face restrictions on tourist, student, and some immigrant visas, but with a few exceptions. Eritrea, South Sudan, and Sierra Leone are likely to be affected. The third one is the yellow category. These countries have 60 days to meet US security requirements or face stricter visa bans. Countries at risk include Angola, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Cameroon, Chad, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, the Gambia, Liberia, Benin, Republic of Congo, Malawi, Mali, Mauritania, Sao Tome and Principe, and Zimbabwe. The move rekindles memories of Trump's first-term travel ban, initially targeting 7 Muslim-majority nations before facing legal challenges and ultimately being upheld by the US Supreme Court in 2018. On his first day back in office, Trump signed an executive order requiring intensified security vetting for foreign travelers. The order directs cabinet members to submit by March 21st a list of countries facing partial or full travel suspensions. Many of the countries targeted share common traits. They are majority Muslim or non-white.
You know, what's funny is this girl, she'd be like, she's black though. Like, it's crazy because she's black, but then when we talk to her, she starts speaking Spanish. and she like thinks she's like one of the Spanish people and not like a black person. It's just crazy. It's crazy how that works. Like it'd be like black people and they just straight. I ain't see that until I was like working. It's like 2 or 3 of them. We like, and it's both women. But anyway, she's like, yo, I'm going back to my country or whatever, like Venezuela or something. I don't know where she's from. I don't know. But they was funny as hell. They was like, I don't know if you want to go now. Your ass ain't getting back in the country. And that's for sure. And she might not. They might. She might be done.
And
I'm
often
sorry.
struggle with economic instability or weak governance. Some aren't even US allies. Meanwhile, the timing is also raising eyebrows. Just weeks ago, another controversial visa policy made headlines. The Trump administration excluded all 54 African nations from the 2025 US visa waiver program, while granting visa-free entry to 40 mostly allied countries. The
I
White
don't know, Buwana. Maybe if y'all give up some more land and let them build another Atlantis hotel, they'll let y'all come back. If Africa give them some more mineral, if Bikini Fossil back down off of the stuff that they're doing, maybe they'd be cool. Maybe you can love them enough.
White House has yet to officially approve the list, and it could still change. But as China and Russia expand their footprint in Africa, this move risks pushing the continent further away, raising questions about America's long-term influence on the world stage.
Uh-oh. So he's knocking them off of the influence of the world stage? Consider maybe that will wake them up. Africa does not need America. America needs Africa. Take away all those minerals away from America. Sounds pretty reasonable. Didn't he invite like 70K South Africans to come to the US? I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna skip the next ones because I'm not gonna do that, right? Because we're gonna be like fair, because we're not gonna act like it didn't happen before. Like there's not a new original concept. I would say more countries though, but it's not like a new thing, right? So I'm gonna skip it though for now. I'm not gonna talk about that. What I'm gonna play this from this brother. I played this last time, but he should speak again.
I saw some people the other day crying. Oh, I don't know. Trump has removed.
They was crying hard. Like they've been crying for like weeks now, months. Like they're going back to stuff from like 5 months ago. And they crying hard. Anyway.
Oh, I don't know. Trump has removed money. He said he's not giving us any more money. Watu wanalia. Why are you crying? It's not your government. It's not your country. He has no reason to give you anything. I mean, you don't pay taxes in America. He is appealing to his people. Shauri yenu bana. This is a wake-up call for you to say, okay, what are we going to do to help ourselves?
What are we going to do to help ourselves? Jeez. Instead of crying, this is a wake-up call. Damn, like you should have got some batteries and some canned goods before. You're done. We're done at this point. Canned goods probably be like $25. Anyway, because I want to do something positive at the end. Speaking of canned goods and all, and toilet paper, let's talk about black toilet paper, I guess.
This is a wake-up call for you to say, okay, what are we going to do?
What are you going to do?
Instead of crying.
No, they just want to cry and blame me and Cassandra. By the way, my state, like it ain't like even like my vote would have mattered anyway, right? Because like my state is still like did what it did, but it's me and Cassandra's fault that this happened. You know what I'm saying? That we wasn't able to save democracy this time. The mulatto chick that they called the black chick that I was like, you know what? this is why it irritates me with this whole mulatto conversation too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna go there today because that's a whole different conversation. But I'm trying to, let me hurry up, yo.
And what are we going to do? Yeah? To support ourselves. Because nobody is going to continue holding out a hand there to give you. It is time for us to use our resources for the right thing.
While Africans are complaining that
Africans, African Americans, Caribbeans, and all the above are complaining. So educate us, sister, on how we become so easy to be
It was
colonized.
easy to colonize Africa because of our value systems. We were welcoming to visitors. Kindness was also an important virtue in African society.
It's always the good ones we can let in. The good ones is cool. You know what I'm saying? And not all of them. They're not all bad. I ain't saying all of them. Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you after we've been colonized for a fourth time in 1,000 years. You know, we the only group of people that have been colonized or enslaved 3 times in less than 1,000 years. The last 1,000 years, like not even like before, like the last 1,000 years, we're like the only group of people, right? Because when it hit the fan, like we started seeing people like be getting scared and stuff like that, you know, and we gotta always cape for them, you know, the good white girl. My girlfriend, my white girl is a cool one, you know, bro. That's my question, because I have questions too. That's my question for y'all. Can you talk black and sleep white?
Easy to colonize Africa because of our value systems. We were welcoming to visitors. Kindness was also an important virtue in African society. Unfortunately, the values that were held in high regard in African society were the same values that made Europeans view us as naive and inferior. In short, our kindness was taken for weakness. The same thing happened to the Aztecs in South America. After Christopher Columbus's first voyage, he described the natives as so naive, so free with their possessions.
So naive.
When you ask for something, they never say no.
Never say no. They'd be like, can you save democracy? Well, they can't say no. They're going to do it. Trust me. They're going to tell each other to put their needs and stuff to the side to save everybody else but their own. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they do. I don't care any of the stuff that they've been saying before this. That's a disappointment. That's what hurt me though. Like I thought we was going to make progress. I'm young, so this is my first time seeing us take the 2 steps back. Y'all older people have seen it before, but that's why y'all don't care. I like how unbothered like the elder brothers and the elder sisters are about this, you know. I can only inspire to be as unbothered as my older brothers and sisters out there.
On the contrary, they offer to share with anyone. To European imperialists, being kind to one another, let alone strangers, was not a common occurrence. You see, by 1601, the Dutch had already established the first stock exchange in history. This also means that capitalism began to take shape in European society.
Oh yeah, by the way, when she said the Dutch was a lot of the shysters, the Jews and stuff like that, when they got kicked out, a lot of them went to like what is it, Amsterdam, wherever the hell the Dutch from. But they got involved with the Dutch, and that's when like a lot of the stuff in New York was a lot of the shysters, the Jews, are operating under the Dutch title. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't your friends either.
In history. This also means that capitalism began to take shape in European society. In essence, it was every person for themselves, may the best businessman win. So when they set foot in Africa and saw people living in harmonious communal societies, we became targets, easy targets. And that's how precious minerals and other resources were siphoned out of Africa to build Europe.
She gave a few reasons, and some of the reasons are value, Africans' value system, how welcoming Africans were.
Oh yeah, my bad. The humanist, yeah, the love everybody is. And so I'll have a representative
while the other group
and say this nonsense they've been saying, because they act like they wasn't saying some clone stuff that we haven't talked about for years. It's just, I'm surprised because like my brother was talking with the same stuff like with me. Now it's like you throw all of that stuff away. But one thing you got to understand is like I study talking points. That's why I know like Republican talking points, Democrat talking points. Like the reason why I started even on the history journey was like to destroy certain talking points. Like when they used to be like, oh, the first slave owner is black and all them little stupid talking points like that. Like that's what made me start like questioning what happened. And each year, like I literally went through each year of history to find out what happened in like a story kind of way, you know what I mean? Like, well, anyway, I'll let this brother be a spokesman for the other brothers who can't be present today.
But I want to say again, it is our business because they are going to perfect this disappearing people to concentration camps or deportations. This is for black folk. I know that we're tired. I know that people are resting. I know people are saying I'm moisturizing and minding my business. But I want to say again, it is our business because they are going to perfect this disappearing people to concentration camps or deportation centers or prisons or whatever they want.
They're going to perfect it. Let me ask you a question. Matron, you probably know. How many black people are imprisoned today? And how many black people were enslaved in 1850? Because since they haven't perfected it yet, you know where they got the whole Nazi thing from? Like, yeah, I just say, I'm like, you got to go back to the basics. Like, I thought I could say like extra hidden stuff through history, but you got to say the basics, obviously. But okay, Germany studied America and how they treated black people, and the first, what they called the first genocide in the 20th century, 1900s, was a genocide in Germany in Africa in like 1904 or 06 or something, like a genocide, like where hundreds of thousands of people was dead. That's how they perfected the gas chambers and the quote unquote disappearing people. Like, because it kills me. Black people got to be like, hey, don't unalive us when you saying don't kill me. Don't unalive me. You scared to say them fools' names. You know what I'm saying? You scared to death. You know why they not scared to say your name? Because you ain't going to do a goddamn thing about it. They know you going to turn on your own and try to protect them. Anyway, let's let this brother finish. That's how they perfected it anyway.
But I want to say again, it is our business because they are going to perfect this disappearing people to concentration camps or deportation centers or prisons or whatever they want to call them now on people that we perceive to be immigrants and people who are Palestinian, people who are sympathetic to Palestinian causes. But they're going to then turn around and do that to us. The idea is to
turn around and do it to us.
People so that you can kill a whole group.
They're turning around and doing it to them. That's the crazy. Where have you been, bro? Am I tripping? Have I just been making all this stuff up for all of these years? Like, am I tripping? I try not to show the same thing twice. That's how sad this thing is, except for like updates or something like that, or somebody asks me or something. And I had people like actually like reach out to me and be like, yo, when I used to talk about certain stories, like where stuff happened to people that they don't talk about on the news, like their family would reach out to me and be like, yo, thank you for this, you know? And people used to ask me to do that kind of stuff. Like, that's why this stuff like be offending me, you know? I'm offended.
Idea is to criminalize a whole group of people so that you can kill a whole group of people while the other group of people say it has nothing to do with me. And then you can turn it on those other group of people to create in the United States a multitude of things, slave labor, to get rid of people. It's the prison industrial complex. It's what they've been doing to us, but they've had limits to it because they haven't been able to do it.
They've only been able to lock up millions and millions of us. Just limits. Yeah, there's been limits to it.
Who are white identified, they're soon going to make a distinction between white Americans and white Hamas supporters. They are already disappearing people that you would think were black.
By the way, they're called nigger lovers. That's what they call them. That's not my word. That's what they call them. Nigger lovers. They've made distinctions for a long time, my guy. They called it N-word lovers. And you know what the N-word lover did when her boyfriend shot a white girl? And he was a mulatto dude, but he counted as black. So I'll give you all that. But you know what happened when the N-word lover, she testified against her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? That's what the N-word lovers do. The whole time, Cassandra. I mean, damn, I'm sorry, Matron. The whole time.
The people who are white identified, they're soon going to make a distinction between white Americans and white Hamas supporters. They are already disappearing people that you would think were black from a picture because they were supposed to be Venezuelan gang members, and they're disappearing them to places that have no law. That is going to be delayed to us as black folk.
Oh,
my suggestion
is going to be
get out in the streets on April 5th because they want us to get out in the streets so that they can then criminalize those protests even further if they're black and brown people. But we can continue to not buy anything at these corporations. We can continue to change our lifestyle to be more community centered. On April 5th,
we can continue. And this is why I consider say, thank goodness this fool, because you know what y'all was saying. And this is the thing, my brother was complaining about black people not supporting other black people. And now we see black people supporting other black people. If this what it took, then you damn right I'm happy. Like, what in the hell? This is what it takes. Slavery wasn't enough. This might be enough. All right. We don't want to go back into slavery. If this was going to take for us to build black businesses and support our own and stop spending our money, because we was only saying this for like 7, 8 years now. Like, forget what we was talking about. Let's forget about raising money to like clean water and get somebody a septic tank. Forget all of that. But now that it's affecting white bitches and white bitches are getting fired, we best to go march and stuff. Like, my white female manager got fired. I'm definitely going to march. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Your white girlfriend got fired. So now you going to march. See, this is the thing. And you better be careful about who you supporting, bro. Like, you can't be like always going against like saying, I'm against separating myself from, and then align with people saying a lot of clonish things. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Can double down and buy nothing again. We can spend another day on April 5th.
I was going to say a whole lot more before this, but I'll calm down.
Because I know how much it's irritating to watch people who voted for this skunk in office and now regret their vote. But it's useful to us because ultimately we are directly connected and intrinsically connected to the group of people that we live next to.
People of color.
And if their electricity goes off.
You go to the Asian shops and spend your money. You go to the Arab shops and spend your money. You're definitely connected. They can take their money they make from you and go back to their communities and build up Chinatown. Yeah, they're definitely connected. They get paid to set up into your communities. You certainly are. And then they stab you. Like, I can't say they stab you in the back because we ran out of places to get stabbed in the back, right? You know, when black people, the first president of Mexico was a black man who got stabbed in the back by Mexicans. In like the 1500s, like when black people, she was talking about Columbus earlier and he was trying to help the people in the, it's like the Wolof something rebellion is like 15 something. I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't think about it. It was like the Wolof rebellion in the 1500s. Guess what the quote unquote Indians did? Stabbed you in the back in the 1500s. That was the first time black and brown united. And guess what they did? Stabbed you in the back in the 1500s. And like, a couple years ago, you said let their kids out of cages, and then their kids beat your kids up in the school and killed them. Like literally 600, 700 years later. Literally. It's crazy. They lost their white meal ticket and they're going out to march. Yeah. They better get their Negro hand pies out there to march.
It goes off. So in an effort to save ourselves, is to do things that support our well-being in the long run. This disaster and catastrophe of an administration.
But that's what some brothers is mad at me and consider. They keep saying, this is how it sounds to me. And you be like, oh, debate this. Oh, debate what? Like, I don't want to hear this soft, sensitive, scared. Let's be real, like, kind of black and brown, and and then my brother you don't even agree with that stuff. Like, you don't even probably agree with like 80 to 90% of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it on him. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna try to focus. I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Well-being.
I want to show something positive.
This disaster and catastrophe of an administration is aimed directly at us. We could take action, just not the usual actions before. April 5th, don't buy nothing.
America's downfall won't be caused by foreign enemies, economic collapse.
I don't know what this guy talking about, so I ain't listened to him before. And so we're going to skip him.
Interesting. Trump protest planned for April 5th. Some black folk are saying, we're going to sit this one.
So this is me responding. This is your debate here. This is what I'm saying. That was them. This is me.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
Now, black people, on April 5th, I have about 10 things that I need y'all to be doing. Let's start with it. Number 1, I need y'all to go to the beach and mop up the water. Yes, I do.
Sit your black ass down.
Number 2.
Wow. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet. John Henry Clark was right. This is a tough book to write.
I need y'all to open up your coffee seeds and count how many y'all have, okay? And let me know the number.
Sit your black ass down.
Number 3, I need y'all to go to Costco's. Go into the candy aisle. Get jelly beans and tell me how many it is. I need that. Yeah.
Sit your black ass down.
Because we not marching at all.
All right. Not the sentiment of everyone, but the sentiment of...
All right. Let me stop for these brothers blaming. I'm going to give you something better to do on April the 5th. Check this out. So shouts out to these brothers for playing this, this is a selection that you can buy. Okay, I guess I'll put it on mute. So of course you can see that, and I would say save your money up and use it for that, because you know how they be like, oh, well, there's more arms. It's because we actually scared that we might lose, but we could win. So, we could get wiped out, but either way, it'll be over. So how about that? It'll be over. But we probably win though. So that's what I'm saying. So I would say make sure that you protect yourself and your family. And also, let's see here. And you have organizations with actual black people. You don't have to go to a mulatto. You can get a black person who can train you. Who can train you.
Sure ready, stand by.
Unfortunately, you notice there's a lot of black women here because a lot of black men is scared to death, apparently.
Everything, I never lost my self-esteem. Back and forth, down the streets feel like a trampoline. Never supposed to go against me. On the same team, European, don't got no tense. See this shit, I know them niggas never would have thought that I could be this rich.
It's because there's music and stuff like that. Let me see. I'm not trying to play the message, but I'm trying to find the right one here. It's probably not gonna play. It's probably gonna freeze up on me, so forget it. All right, and for the positive thing, if it comes back up, let's just go to the positive thing, you know. Speaking of like supporting Black businesses, now that Black people are doing it, so now you can't keep saying, oh, do you go to a white store? Like, yeah, I don't. So do you? Like, you know, so before you keep saying that, let's actually go back to promoting Black businesses and stuff like that, you know. And I'm gonna play this brother here.
Man, good,
John
man.
Laster.
Working, man. Just got this Black Amazon off the ground. Yes.
Wait, what you say?
Yeah, breaking news right here, man.
You breaking news right on my podcast.
I'm breaking news on your podcast. I am launching.
Wait a minute.
My Black Amazon tonight, right here on your podcast.
Amazon.
I'm not calling it Blamazon. It's still Black, but it's a but it is.
This is amazing.
But you can now buy online. We've not told anybody, so I saved it for the podcast.
You gotta rewind and get a whole story. You're giving pieces. First of all, you created a really, really useful app called Blap.
Yes.
Whose concept was Blap? Because every time you come, we always got to reiterate to make sure people know.
Yeah.
When did you start? When was the conception of this?
The conception of Blap was during lockdown, watching Brother George Floyd get killed, and then we actually took it to the App Store at the end of 2021. But I mean, as of tonight, man, we are, like I said, launching the e-commerce. So now you can actually buy stuff in Blap. You know what started selling, man, as soon as we launched it earlier today? Black-owned toilet paper.
Oh,
so,
Blap.
Yes.
Because we tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
Are you tired of the bullshit? Well, get Black.
Oh, that is amazing.
Paper
Please credit that.
Yes.
That is a great selling
we tired of the bullshit.
tired of the bullshit.
Hey, you keep that, brother.
Yeah.
Keep that to you.
Let me say something. You didn't explain, because I know that you talked about Black before, but explain Black because other people listen.
Why'd you name it Black though? Because it's Black app.
Yeah.
Black app.
Black app. Yeah. But I mean, that's not what I was thinking at first, but it's all good. That's what it is now. But no, we launched it on the App Store back in 2021. At first, it was just a directory app. So wherever you were standing in the world, it would pick you up, put the Black-owned business around you on a Google map. But like I said, as of tonight,
so all Black-owned businesses on there.
Yeah.
Black-owned.
Yeah. But like I said, as of tonight, now you can actually buy. You could, in the amount of time that I just explained Blap, you could have bought something on Blap. Like it has, you know what I'm saying? It's not a directory anymore. Like now you can, with your Google Pay, your Apple Pay, you can check out. Nice. So you could have checked out in 30 seconds. You can check out now on Blap. It is the Black Amazon now. And like I said, every single day we'll be adding businesses. So by the time we get to next month, there'll probably be.
Can you order like food, like if you was like a Black-owned restaurant, like a Postmate type thing?
Well, you know what's so crazy is I just partnered, and I'm gonna give them a shout out with a company called Black and Mobile.
Okay.
So yes,
like a Black Uber.
Yes, it's a Black Uber that delivers. So Black and Mobile and Black. Yes.
Bloober?
Yeah. Well, not Uber, but Uber Eats. A Black Uber Eats. A Bloober Eats.
Yeah.
Bloober Eats. Bleats.
Everything has to be Black. Bleats, man. Huh?
So you can order
time to eat Black food.
That's fire.
So yeah, so we just partnered.
We just
as well? Not rideshare, but the food. Okay. So we partnered with Black and Mobile. So actually, that combination started today. So you'll probably be able to order food by the middle of April. That's on Blap, but you order online right now.
How long they've been around?
Black and Mobile's been around for around 3-4 years.
Isn't it amazing how you don't fucking notice?
Yeah.
They Black and Mobile.
Yes.
And are they legitimate? Are they janky?
Oh, no, they legitimate.
You know, because sometimes even with, you know, it's so funny. We have technology now.
Right.
But I've seen some Black shit with tech, and we're still like cutting corners with tech. I'm like, stop. Go all out. Go make shit thorough.
Let me push back.
Oh, here you go.
Shut up.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Black bookstores when I was 18.
That's them in a
all
way.
Right, so anyway, you see this brother here. He said he got a Black app. And I was trying to get to a part where they was talking about how a lot of times like other businesses would try to put their business under there. But he created something on his site to where you can flag them, like to where, all right, this is not a black business, then I can flag this business and like, you know, we'll check it out. And if it's not a black business, we'll get it out of here. And, you know, hopefully a lot of other black like sites to do that, because a lot of times they will use that people of color. You go there, be like an Arab dude or something like that, or just not a black person. So I think that's you know, good for it. Let's see if it comes up or not. I know it'd be messing up while we be on the live, but this is his website. So you can just another one where you can stroll through for black businesses. I don't know if you can, let me see. So you can shop or order online. I'm not sure how you do with this. I guess you got to get the app or whatever. So, but this is the website. I guess you got to get the app and then you can check it out. So I got it on my phone, but not on the computer. So this is the BLAP thing. All right. And this was the other one, the Black and Mobile he was talking about. So apparently they have like the Black Uber Eats. So even if you get, you know, Uber stuff, you know, I didn't hear about this, so I'm not sure, but apparently you can. And then they got something where you can partner with Black-owned restaurants. So I think it's important to link all of these things together, you know. And instead of trying to focus on the negative stuff, like we got way too much more important stuff to worry about. I'm glad that you got pushed to the edge because now you have to do something. But here you have, I guess, a Black-owned vegan spot here. And I'm not sure where it is, but it's called Nana's A Vegan. All right. Black-owned spot. So yeah, you can definitely follow this and see if they have what they have in your area, and definitely support them. But anyway, I tried to be chill and not do any of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they asked for my energy back. I tried to ignore it. I wish I could be more mature. I know Matron will probably tell me be more mature. Rob be like, nah, just Rob be like, nah, forget all that mature stuff. Be with the smoke, you know what I'm saying? But I love how confident Cassandra is about all of this and how she don't even give a damn. And that's probably why they still talking about the same thing for like months and months, you know. But a part of it is accepting reality and accepting where you are in life, you know. And we can't continue to imitate the enemy. The enemy does fight with each other, but we can't continue to go at each other, right? Especially go at our sisters when, as brothers, your energy changed, not hers. Their sisters is doing what they got to do. Like Matron has got all of these things she's trying to build. I wish I could tell y'all all the things Cassandra got going on. Like when she be like she's going to ask, she already got the stuff taken care of. Like literally, it's like already done. And when she be like, yo, all of the stuff that she like tells me that she's like got going on, like I wish I could say a lot of it. Right? That's a part of the reason why I'm like, yo, let me bring her on and talk about business too. Because the most important thing is I can call her racist and she'd be proud of it. And she's a racist just like me. And it's not a bad word either. But you know why Black people can't be racist? Because they'll tear down the sister who's doing something to uplift the community more than they're doing, and who actually has tangible, more than I'm doing too. Like, don't get it when I say that, more than me too, but a tangible thing where you can like really see it in progress, something tangible. And brothers will go at them because of their own fear, because they're scared to face realities, because they're scared to face and take that L. I could say a whole lot of more stuff that I wish that I could say. And if it's a debate thing, like, okay, I'll have no problem with that. But we got to do it like not on YouTube. It could be everybody who's here, everybody who you want to be there can be there, but just not recorded on here. If you find a black YouTube, you can put it on there. How about that? But if we do that, then we're gonna have to then have everybody who's there talk about what we're going to do. And I would prefer it to be in person. We can all really meet up in the location where we all pick, and we can like literally meet up. I'm cool with that. Or we can do it on like a Zoom thing now. I'm down with trying that stuff again. But it's like my problem when like my brother like say the same stuff. Yeah, to be a racist is to be for your people. Right? You should be. You black people are the only one that don't have common sense. But I forgot what I was about to say. And I ain't trying to drag all of y'all into this stuff, but yo, I tried to get away from be more mature. I tried to grow up don't like that's the kind of stuff that I like to do. Like I was trying to ignore all of this stuff and be like, all right, let me not go down that lane because it's true, you're right. But once we do that, and I'll debate one of the good white, the quote unquote good whites, they've been on here before. And the crazy part, they say the same talking points. I know where you're going. You can tell what somebody believes by certain terminology that they say, like for example, if somebody be like patriarchy, you can tell certain things about their beliefs. But it's so many words about everything that you can tell. Right? Like you can tell like somebody talking about some dumb flat earth stuff like say plane or something like that. Like it's just little words that gives up a lot of your ideology. And y'all got to realize that like I'm not just saying this stuff just to say it. And you can't keep going back on everything that you say, And I know, like I said, I know Rod tell me, like, I know all of y'all tell me don't hold back, but if I don't do that, it'll be too crazy. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, I'm just saying, take your L and let it go. And I'll try to chill. Right? But we have to stop imitating our enemy, and we have to realize that we have no friends. We are all we got. So I'm about to get off of here, before I start rambling. All right. Because when I come back, then it's be like, yo, they don't say, like, that's what I'm saying. I be trying to chill, and they be like, oh, yeah, you this. That's why I wish I could have like that. Be like, oh, I don't care what they say, And I don't to a certain degree, but it hurt me because, I have the dirty word hope for Black people. And as much as y'all tell me, oh no, like Black people is going to do it, trust me. And I get it. Y'all seen it 1,000 times. I know that it's not going to be like that forever. And if this would take, yes, thank goodness. You want ammunition? If Trump finishes the job and destroys America, takes out all of the white, quote unquote, white privilege and destroys white society and takes them all out and then offs himself, then I'll nominate him for the first one. Good white person, good white, and not person. I'm sorry, I couldn't even say person. Good white boy, Neanderthal, whatever. But until then, no, fuck, no, I'm not. I'll give y'all what y'all want to hear, if that's what you want to hear. But there is no lesser of two evils. Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Let me play. I'm gonna let this brother have the last words. I'm gonna let it go. If y'all want to talk to me, then I will talk to you. And then you got to let it go after that. If you want to come on there and disagree with me and Casidra on Wednesdays, y'all can come on and disagree all you want to. I be trying to like focus on the topic and to get through the show, but you know what? I got the energy back now. My focus is back. My energy is back. This is what you wanted. Okay, fine. I'm back. Y'all want me to turn up? Then, all right. If this is what you want, all right. But I'm not sure if that's what it is, because like when I stop biting my tongue, people gonna get offended. This is why I don't say nothing. Because when people call somebody dumb, it's like, yo, I think you're saying the most stupidest stuff I've ever heard, and you got the nerve to call somebody dumb or call somebody out. And you a hypocrite for yourself, and I don't even say this stuff. Like, and I just say it like as a like just messing with you, but it be true. Like, that's why I be hurting too. Like, but anyway, let me stop. Like, all right, let me let this brother have his last words. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. I'm glad I looked. I ain't. Thank you for saying that, Matron. I'm tripping with this new screen share thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you. So,
we must accept the goods and the bads and all of the possibilities that goes with being African. We must accept the fact that this white man is never going to accept us totally and get used to the idea. Hope is a wonderful thing in some senses, but it can be pathological in others. The neurotic individual uses hope in a pathological way. He lives in hope and does not know when to give it up. There's a time that hope has to be given up. When one looks at reality and recognizes reality for what it is, and one accepts certain aspects of that reality and moves on it. The hope that this white man is going to accept you as his own is one of those hopes that you must give up. The hope and the dream that you're going to be holding hands with little white boys and girls. And that the white man is going to feed his children, feed your children before he feeds his own. That he's going to clothe you before he clothes his own. That he's going to give up his ill-gotten gain and wealth in the name of some kind of bogus brotherhood or classless society is a vain hope. Give it up. Turn it loose. And when you turn it loose, then you will see a growth and development of self. It would mean then an acceptance of self. And we see this then in Marcus Garvey as he got us to accept and tried to get us to accept the reality of ourselves and the reality of our Africanicity. He recognizes, we must recognize again today, that we cannot get self-acceptance through the acceptance of another people. That self-acceptance can only be achieved through the self.
All facts, all facts. I hope y'all heard that one that time. But Marcus Garvey probably turning over in his grave right now. We the reason he failed, but we the reason he failed. I see now. I see what they meant, you know. But you know, yes, we must accept ourselves. And shouts out to Matron. I'm sorry, Matron, you know, for saying all this stuff. I'm gonna be focused from now on. Shouts out to Raw in the building. I already know Raw with the smoke. Shouts out to Buwana who was in here. Shouts out to Rome in the Bush. Rome in the Bush got a lot going on. Y'all support, and Koku said it the other day too. Y'all support Matron and her channel, and you know, support her, like all of these books and her time and her reading and stuff like that. Y'all make sure y'all donate to Matron, and I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna definitely do that pretty soon. The next time I get an opportunity myself. So y'all do that, and y'all definitely support and consider, because she actually has a lot of businesses and black like stuff for to help the black youth. Like when we talk about helping the black youth, she has programs to do that, to help people getting out of jail and to all of these things. And she also has, like I said, she has her businesses, and I would pay her for coming on here, you know, for her time, you know. Shouts out to Buwana for being in the building. Shouts out to my brother Rasheed Holmes. It's been a minute. And I guess I've been on in a minute. Shouts out to Bitter Medicine Podcast, my brother Koku. Y'all subscribe to him. I'm sorry yesterday. I wasn't trying to mess up your live yesterday. I apologize. And my brother Icon Fire. Shouts out to all of y'all. I was gonna say something positive, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But that brother is right. You first must accept yourself, you know what I'm saying, and love yourself. It comes with self-acceptance and self-love. And I accept where we are as a people. So I still love y'all anyway. And as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.